right, we made it. 500,000 miles on this truck. It's been a while since I've turned one over to a 500,000. Used to get about 370, 380 would used to swap out. But that's going from team trucks to making them into solo trucks. Then they usually run them up to about 690 to 775, somewhere in that range. Then they usually sell them, or it has been the process the last few company trucks. But I'm in a lease truck, so we just run it till the lease is out. Well, stick around. Let's see what's going on in the real world. Hope everybody enjoyed my last video talking about Walmart. And thank you for some of those nice comments that people have been leaving. And we'll talk to you in a minute. I want to thank everybody for stopping back by. Got a couple of things I'm going to wind up in this video. But number one thing is this picture right here. This has actually happened to me. But I wasn't coming forward, I was actually backing up. And I couldn't get the airbags to inflate. Used to be on Kenworth, you could take a rod back there and stick your arm and lift the airbags, or pull the airbag thing loose, and it would lift the airbags up to get the suspension off the ground. Well, unfortunately, those wannabe rider trucks that this company I work for bought at the auction, I couldn't get up under the truck because it's so low. So luckily a guy came by. He said he was a mechanic, and he went around to the back, stuck his arm up in there, unhooked my thing, lifted the gate up. We backed up, and I tried to pay him, offer him some money, but he said, nah, man, it's just, you know, it's all good. Well, I had called the shop, and this person does not work for this company anymore, should I say. And he wasn't fired or nothing, left on his own. I was probably 10 miles from, I was running a local. I had went and picked up at one of our customers and delivered to one of their distributors locally. And there's a driveway to a plumbing supply place, and that's how I got my truck stuck. When it went down, the air let out the back because it was so heavy. And so we lifted the bags back up, back right up, no problem, half an hour. Well, I called the shop. He says, this looks like something we can't handle. What do you mean you can't do this? I'm talking about less than 12 miles from my own shop. And sometimes when y'all hiring mechanics, I think I need a common sense test on some of these things. When a driver calls and it's going to prevent you from having to get a record, another mechanic on duty, could be $300 to $500 to $800, who knows? And your own shop co-foreman wouldn't even come out and help me. And let me tell you, these lips didn't shut up, because I blowed the El Bumo on dispatch plus about that shop at the time. Well, the second thing we can say, how can this man right here make $7,000 a week truck revenue? He's a lease owner operator, RST. His name is Trainer James, which this man right here used to be a owner operator, lease owner operator. The little guy is now a company employee. Which one's making the most money? Let's do some investigation. Maybe we'll find out who's making the most money. and we'll talk to y'all on the next segment. I'm gonna add this picture right here. This is Little Dog Trucking. And I'm gonna add this back to about all this buffoonery. About talking about what kind of money you make. And he worked for Travel Loco. And he was with Jeremy and Selena, did a live feed. And I had went on there and asked this person, how many miles a week do you run? What is your income looking like? Let me tell you what kind of smart comment he sent back on the live video. As little miles as possible. Talking about he didn't want to work that hard. I wonder if this is why, one of the reasons he left Travel Loco. I think these people get out here and their name gets big and they forget you still got to work like a dang dog to make any money. Alrighty, that's all I got to say. Hope y'all enjoyed the rest of this video. Just had to evacuate the rest area where I stayed at last night. Somebody was beating on the door like that. And I threw my hand up and waved, you know, hey, I ain't got time for it. Well, I kind of eased up about 10 feet like I was leaving, turned the lights on. He come back over, beating on the door again and looking at me, just staring. Whew. Thank goodness I got that thing in PC time and I rolled on up the road. I mean, parking, I thought I was parked in a good safe area with all that not going on. Goodness gracious alive. Scared the hay out of me this morning. Well, I have decided to buy two things. This is one of them, and this is one of them. I'm going to buy me a blow-up dog and put in the seat over there. And I'm going to buy me a blow-up doll of a police officer and strap him in the seat right here when I go to bed at night. Maybe that's going to keep some of these people from beating on the door in the middle of the night. Whew. That sure scared me. If anybody knows where I can get a blow-up doll dressed as a police officer, I don't need the whole thing, I just need a half one. Or maybe I need to buy a mannequin. I don't know, I got to do something. These people driving me crazy when you park in these rest areas, beating on the door. It scares me. I'm a big feller, but I ain't that big of a feller. I do get scared. All right, talk to you later.